Hello again, it's Scott, and it's June 30th, 2013. It is about 10 minutes till 10 in the morning Eastern Time, and I'm doing another movie review. I already did one earlier this morning, and it was a bad review for a bad film. So right now I've gonna do another movie review, in particular for a film that I liked, and this film in particular I didn't go to the theater to see, but I would have liked to have gone to the theater to see it. It's directed by one of my favorite directors, Steven Spielberg, and it's based on the H.G. Wells story of the alien invasion. And those of you that aren't familiar with the story by H.G. Wells, it's basically about these alien creatures that are discovered on the planet in a very unusual fashion, which I'll get into that in a second. And specifically, I think if you like this concept, if you like the concept of alien invasions, basically aliens that are not our friends, then you probably enjoy this movie. So one of the things that I really enjoyed about this movie in particular, and the story, is that you have what's considered to be a mysterious impression of the creatures themselves. You learn about how we discovered them in particular, and I think it's interesting how in this movie it's portrayed in a very good way. You know, these creatures are underground. We don't really know that, we didn't really know that they were there. We didn't know really why they were there, but we learn these things as we learn about the story and as we see the film. Supposedly, these things that are underground are aliens, and I like how the movie sort of builds up to that, and everybody is very confused, doesn't understand what's going on, and then eventually they find out when the aliens are brought up, and we all see them for the first time. These aliens have these really interesting looking tripods on themselves, which I think are really unique, and just the way that they look I think is really cool. I'd say one of the things that I loved about this movie, the best thing about this movie to me, my favorite thing about this film was the amazing special effects. I thought the special effects for this movie were just out of this world. I mean, I think that Spielberg used, the people that were involved in the special effects, there was a big budget used for this movie, so a lot of that I think went to the special effects because these special effects are on an epic scale. They're just incredible special effects. Every shot that you see is just really amazing. Not just necessarily of the alien creatures themselves, but of their, basically, attack. I think the attack was portrayed really well, and sort of the shots of the lightning were kind of interesting. The lightning, that's part of the story. I don't give too much away, but there's lightning involved in sort of how we come to know these creatures better, so I don't want to give too much away about that, but you have to see the movie. I thought that a lot of people, I think there are a lot of people out there that are really getting sick of alien movies in particular, and I think that many people are thinking now we've seen too many of them, and it's just, they're going too far, and some people I've talked to said that we haven't made enough films about aliens being friendly as opposed to attacking us and wanting to, invade our minds or, do things like that. More people want to see friendly sort of alien films, a lot like E.T. in particular. I know that Roger Ebert in particular, I was looking at one of his reviews, and he mentioned that the alien creatures in this film look so old-fashioned. Well, in particular, I kind of felt the opposite. I thought that the alien creatures looked like something nobody had ever seen. I thought they were really unique to look at, and sort of made some unique sounds, and their behaviors were kind of unique, and I felt that this was something that people had never seen from alien creatures in a movie before, and I thought, hey, that's enjoyable, and I liked it. I think that most people would expect aliens to invade the planet a lot like, Mars Attacks or Independence Day, where they just come out of the sky, come from space, and just come down and just cover the planet, and boom, they attack right there. But that just didn't happen in this film, and I think that that's a really unique thing to have, as opposed to just having something that people would expect from aliens if they ever did invade the planet. I thought that's why I really liked the H.G. Wells story, because it has a unique concept, and I think it's a lot more effective than creatures coming from outer space here. Although most of the UFO encounters that we see on the news and in the paper and everything here on this planet involve, you know, these flying saucers that go around the planet, or these weird objects in the sky, things like that. So you would think that the most believable way for aliens to invade the planet would be from space. But I just don't think that creates a good story for a film. And that doesn't mean I didn't like Mars Attacks or Independence Day. I may do a review for them because I've seen them already. But this is just War of the Worlds. I'm just going to discuss War of the Worlds. I think that the concept for this film works. And I really like the story a lot. I think that another thing that I liked about this movie is the acting. I thought the acting was very good. Tom Cruise was, you know, good as always. His character's emotions after the first attack by the aliens, you know, when he goes home, he basically his emotions at home after the attack, because he's running from these aliens, and people are just getting killed left and right. His emotions at home after this occur are really good. It's very good acting, and it's very believable, very realistic. And it's exactly the reaction you would expect to see. And it's not the reaction of, you know, hey, these aliens attack, let's go kill them, you know, let's go attack those aliens, you know, we can't let them take over our planet. You know, it wasn't anything along those lines. It was just, you know, what do I do now? You know, that sort of, because I think that's what anybody would be thinking if aliens ever attack. I think they'd be thinking, what the heck do we do? I don't think the first thing on their mind would be, you know, let's grab some weapons and try to, you know, see what it does. You know, I mean, you think about it, the aliens, what can you do? You know, what can you really do besides, you know, get some tanks out and maybe blow it away, or get some nukes and just nuke the damn thing? You know, you don't know, especially for a divorced father. He plays a divorced father in this movie, and how would you, as a divorced father, really know what to do? The most important thing for him, in particular for his character, is to protect his family, and that's what he does. That's why I think his character is very believable. I thought Dakota Fanning, she was also in this movie, I thought this was probably her most fascinating role to begin her career as an actress. She was also very good in Man of Fire with Denzel Washington. If you've ever seen that movie, it's a very good movie. The last thing I want to mention about this movie that I liked was the cinematography. I thought that there were some good shots of the actors hiding from the alien creatures. I thought there were some good shots of the aliens sort of appearing out of nowhere when you least expect it. So, you know, that being said, I really did enjoy this movie a lot, and some other people may not have enjoyed it that much, but I did. I thought it was very good, and the special effects were what really, you know, brought me into really liking this movie. So I would say I'm going to have to give this movie a 4 stars out of 5. Very good film. Recommend it to a lot of people. And if you're into the whole alien invasion thing, if you like these type of sci-fi movies, definitely see this movie. And if you really like special effects as well, then that's another reason to see this film. So, and lastly, it's Steven Spielberg, and he's made a lot of good movies. So that right there should tell you, hey, you know, this movie probably will be pretty good, so I better see it. So anyway, that's my other movie review for the day. I'll have another movie review posted soon. Thanks for watching.